All right, hello SpeedGaming. Welcome to tonight's playoff matchup in the 2025 Link to the Past randomizer main tournament between SeanRhapsody and Tylersalt. I'm Arya Stark, 2942, joined on Tom's by Talon. Talon, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, welcome to another great match in the tourney, and let's have some Enemizer. Mixing up items, that's easy. Let's mix up all the enemies too.
Yeah, do you think these players are fans of Enemizer at all?
I can confirm at least one of them very much.
He's Tylersalt might have a slight affinity for Enemizer.
Yeah, he may lean toward that mode every now and always.
Yeah. I know SeanRhapsody plays a lot of various modes, so he's no doubt familiar with Enemizer as well. Yeah, this tournament, Enemizer's, it seems pretty basic, but it's logical Enemizer with Chaos Boss Shuffle. So kill rooms can be a little different from the Enemizer you might be familiar with, and you can see any boss anywhere as long as they fit the arena. And hey, nice free sword and sank.
Yeah, the early free weaponry takes a little bit of the sting of Enemizer out, but clearly doesn't nullify it. There's still some silly things we can see.
Yeah, especially as you're walking around and splitting 2 ball and chains, just like in the vanilla game.
Yeah, it's one of those, and leaks kind of ruined me for that. I always just assume we have boots to start with because it's Enemizer, but there are no boots to start in this mode. More is the pity.
Yeah, that is true.
Nice tree pull, though, start early.
Yeah, you'll absolutely take that. 80 rupees. We did see on Tyler's side, nothing but crystals in the light world and a 5/6 up at Hera. And we did get the Triforce pieces added earlier today, so as we can see by the fact that none are lit up, this is game 1 of the best of 3 between these two players. Lumberjack is just 50 bucks. We're never going to get Tyler picking up a nice early heart and a lamp in the woods.
Lamp and sword and Enemizer? Come on.
Seems a little easy, right? It takes a lot of the fun. And by fun, I mean like us watching horrible things happen to nice people.
Enemizer is great. This is like baby's first Enemizer.
I think that was said last night about Beer's Enemizer race. It has a lot to live up to.
Yeah, Tylersalt grabbing that 80 rupee out of the trees, which is going to be really nice to be able to just come down here and buy bombs if they don't find any. May just opt just to go buy them anyway.
Yeah, is he setting up another tree pull here in this house?
I like that. That's a nice heads-up play.
Yeah, I think it's very fair.
Don't see the right snitch house too often in outside of entrance modes.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, bailout bombs. Game's easy.
And arm buddy, come on. Reroll.
Yeah, are we sure they're not playing the seed from last night? This seems like the seed
I
from
didn't
last
sign
night.
up for this. Come on.
And all of these chickens in the chicken hut, sure, they have an aggro red guard, but 4 chickens? Wow. And a potion, sure, why not?
Sure, that's fine. You've got it from here, Arya. You don't need me.
Yeah. I mean, the seed's going to be over in like 20 minutes, so it's going to be nothing but Moldorms.
Let's just look ahead to see what's next on SpeedGaming here.
What's on the schedule for tomorrow, folks?
Yeah, all joking aside, especially when it comes to Enemizer, our runners are really getting some items that, and I mean, even in a cast boot scene you would like to see, but definitely in Enemizer, the ability to light up the dark rooms, the sword for, you know, a consistent weapon, the armor, the mail, the safety bottle. These are things that in any mode feel good, but in Enemizer especially really come into play. So these runners are really being set up to make hard and deep dives into some of these dungeons even, with some confidence to be able to get through some rooms that may have been a problem before.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Early in this mode, I usually, again, like we do in most modes, aim for density, but you're really hoping for at least a couple things that can do, like as you said, make the navigation a little less treacherous.
Yeah, and there's always that idea of there's still kill rooms. There may be there's lots of enemies our runners cannot defeat as of yet. So the idea of diving dungeons that you may get stuck in, not still still something to consider, but having the kind of armor and flexibility and weaponry kind of makes those decisions a little easier to make in time.
So both players going through Blind's Hut got nothing. Tyler did get a glove in the well. SeanRhapsody is about to get that as well. I mean, I think at this stage you're still going to try to push the South Shore checks. After this, Mini Moldorm Cave, I guess, has the potential to be problematic if there's any logical kill room enemies, but
yeah, absolutely. I would expect to see
one.
Yeah, I would expect to see both runners do the South Shore stuff. At least Mini Moldorm in the dam. We'll see if they want to potentially go all the way to Ice Red Cave or not. But yeah, definitely hit that spot next and then see where the game takes you. Because there's a couple checks on the mountain you can do, which is some miles to put on the shoes, but could have a bow or even a bombo, something exciting.
So library's dead. Just a trio of bombs we're not going to get on race game. Tyler saved and quit. It's going to do back escape. I think this makes sense. Sean's going to follow suit. Not really an awful enemy layout here. That's pretty tame by Enemizer standards.
Yeah, nothing's more fun than dropping down into a trio of Lionels or something. Nice
This
book,
is-
question mark?
Yeah. Yeah. Tyler did get the small key, does have the lamp, but having to chase down whatever replaces the key rat could be a chore, and then having to get through another couple rooms of random enemies. He's gonna bypass that probably until he does front of escape.
Yeah, I would tend to side with Tyler's idea on this one of I'll just get it when I go through the front, but yeah, depending what's here, if it's an easy arm. Oh, nice chase guard, it's cool.
That's
Nice statue, big fan of that.
Yeah, that statue's pretty tough. Yeah, I think the other thing that probably played into Tyler's calculus is it could be the map. So you're doing all of this potentially for the map.
That's a great shout.
But this is like old school Enemizer Mini Moldorm Cave right there. I guess we had the swamp enemy, but red mail, just like last night too. Powder though. Powder in Enemizer is extremely appreciated by me at the very least.
Yeah, and powder a lot of times, I mean, like I said, we were talking about those kill enemies. To get past dead rocks, which can appear in kill rooms, that powder is invaluable.
I did not see what Sean got in Dark Cross, but there's nothing of note that changed on his tracker, so
Just a beautiful $20 bill.
yeah. $20. Oh, that's a fun chomp. So, just a shield in Ice Rod Cave.
Hard hat beetles are just the best.
As well as the floating skulls who, yep, they're everywhere. Sean is going left off of Mini Moldorm Cave. Tyler is going to make use of these flippers for guy under the bridge. He's just barely over halfway to Zora money, so do wonder if he might wind up saving and quitting off of this, but I don't know. These
Maybe
options
just
don't feel amazing.
maybe just go to waterfall. Maybe spike at
Yeah.
300. Yeah, I wonder if that's also influenced Sean not going over there. Like, I don't have the money. I'll just, include that later when I want to go do Zora. I have this book and a glove and a light source. Or a fire source, I'm sorry.
Yeah, obviously there's two concerns with making this desert play right now is number one, if it's boots locked, and number two, if it's boss locked.
Yeah.
But again, the options are okay, but it also doesn't feel like there's a clear-cut answer that's been provided.
Right. I feel like coming, if you're getting Mini Moldorm over to the dam, just continue the natural progression to Agina, you might as well dip Desert because you run that same risk with going to Eastern of here's a kill room you can't get out of, etc. and so forth.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. If you come this way, you're almost certainly going to dive into Desert. Just bombs in Agina, so...
Yeah, Zora Ledge not giving us anything, so Zora is still a big question mark for right now.
So Tyler's going to do Uncle Friend of Escape here. This seed loves its aggro guards. It's like slow ROM all over again.
Yeah, I was going to say, I love that lag. Oh, okay. That's a good enough reason to come over here.
Yeah, hookshot on Desert Ledge. That opens a considerable amount on the mountain. Those guards are just really upset that they can't join Sean up on that platform, but they can't climb stairs. It's their one weakness.
Defeated by stairs. Nice Kane.
Yeah, Kane in the Uncle entrance, and so both players finding some pretty solid stuff here. All right, small key in the first chest of Desert. This is kind of an annoying kill room. 2 ball and chains and a penguin. Sean would like that bomb.
Sean would like that hook shot.
She sure would. Go out, grab hookshot, come back. And he still has to kill the pickle.
Yeah, Sean just elected for brute force there. Like, I'm just going to take hits, it's fine.
It is nice to get the compass, though. Could potentially save him some time if the boss is not yet beatable.
Oh, just vanilla.
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually a great point from you. The compass paying big dividends in this particular animizer. Nice pearl in the boomerang chest in Hyrule Castle there. Of just being able to tell you what the boss is at the end can, like you said, save a ton of time.
So Desert is not boots locked. The big key was on the right side. We'll see if anything is locked on the torch. But this could just be a nice one-shot for Sean. Yeah, it will be. Well, that was a... yeah.
Yeah, Tyler grabbing the map out of Zelda's cell, realizing, oh, nope, there is something in Dark Cross now.
Yeah, that was a map he was certainly not hoping to see, but he's committed to the play, so he's on his way to hopefully picking up $20. There's that hookshot for SeanRhapsody. Yeah, these kind of rooms are the ones where you love that early lamp, and you don't mind that red mail. So you can brute force through a couple of crowded corridors.
Yeah, there's no such thing as coward's mail in Innomizer. It's just mail. And there's a really good example of that powder going to really paying dividends in this kill room here. It is hard required. Well, I guess you could have Quake, so I don't want to say hard required, but I think you understand what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 dead rocks. You got an annoying red Tektite. Very annoying red Tektite.
That was an awful room.
It's still going because you gotta wait for this dead rock to unfreeze here. Oh boy. Alright, they're dead. Everybody's dead. It's fine. Tyler into Saha. Gets nothing. So this is not going to be the world's most fun fight for SeanRhapsody.
Yeah, Fighter Sword Lammo, not super exciting. Don't even have a bow to do some vanilla style, but I'm very confident this is within Sean's wheelhouse.
For sure. It's just a slow and tedious fight.
Yeah, and even sword spins aren't going to do a ton more damage, so it's probably better just to rapid slash. Nice bombs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Sean only has a limited supply, and he's going to pop the blue potion.
Yeah, I was going to say, I am a big fan of that. If you have the resources, use them. That it does nothing for you to take them to the grave. Just use it. And of course, as always happens, when you use the safety, you never get hit again.
Yeah.
But honestly, really, really great fight from Sean there, and he's able to bag the first crystal of the match.
Yeah, Tyler into Eastern. Sean is saving and quitting. Yep, to Sank. He got that hook shot, so this is a clear-cut mountain play. Two quick items in Eastern. Oh, Sean's gonna clean up the water checks. That's clever.
Whoa, that was close.
That was a nice dodge. It feels a little bit less precarious with the early red mail, I do have to say. Tyler heading to the vanilla big key chest here in Eastern. I believe this needs to either be the compass or the last item. And it's try next year. He's done.
Yeah, it almost felt like one of those situations where do I just skip it or do I go for it? It definitely glad you went for it because you saved yourself some serious time.
Yeah, I think that feels like a good play, no matter what. I mean, if it's the third item and then you get locked out on the boss, okay, you've cleared it, and then you don't really need to come back until you're just cleaning up crystals. But like, that's the ideal situation to find a compass, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we do know that we are gonna need Ice Rod in this seed. No question about it. No gambles.
And knowing that early, especially on the first dungeon, that Tyler really went into, is actually kind of a good thing. Okay, I don't need to worry about skipping anything later. I know I'm going to have to dig deep until I find this ice rod, and then obviously fire rod as well. Whereas, you know, there's up until then you kind of think, well, maybe I don't need the ice rod ever.
Yeah, they've definitely seen like what feels like a pretty good amount of these Enemizer seeds coming down to gambling on, you know, a couple items such as ice rod, such as bow. I had one of my own where it was like, well, maybe we won't need bow in this seed, and it turns out, yeah, there's a there's a room on the GT climb, so it's nice that you got that out of the way, bow. So Tyler's heading to the desert area. Sean is going up the mountain.
I like this play by Sean here too. We know at some point they're gonna have to go to the castle, but I think at this point they're thinking, okay, you know, I haven't found my pearl yet, I haven't found a hammer yet. It may just be an agaseed, and I could just do that with the castle later. So we know they will get there eventually, but I don't feel like they're missing anything quite yet. If they find the myths up here, then maybe it would be it'd have been a little nicer to route that all together. But
yeah, I feel like this is very reasonable. It feels like the thing that the seed is pointing you toward. And nice floating skull there by Gary's entrance, just lingering. So Tyler into desert. It's nice that desert has a couple of just like freestanding fairies in this seed. Pretty convenient.
Yeah, another nice addition of logical Enemizer is every so often you'll just see a fairy hanging out. Hey, I'm here if you need me, buddy. We'll get through this together.
This is a very persistent set of enemies here.
Yeah, for as easy as Kakariko really was, the enemy set so far have been a little more intensive. Not overwhelming, but you know, the ice rod area. Oh, nice bow. Hanging out with some crystal rollers and a chain jump. The heavy use of guards in the desert area. That's some fun stuff.
Nice bomb jump by Sean after picking up that bow on the mountain. Tyler's through that really fun kill room, right side of desert. So he knows that he's going to get to one-shot this as well. SeanRhapsody up in Paradox, and yeah, at this point, Paradox basically has to have our progression, because I don't think we have anything left that we haven't seen between these two.
Really nice heads-up play there by Sean as well, realizing I have one bomb. Let me just trade this in real quick for to bomb the entrance open to the shop.
Yeah, absolutely. He's still in fine position for anything else he needs to pay off in this seed. And you're surely going to get more money too. This is also an obnoxious kill room. He's doing a good job of keeping spacing from the yellow spike to not provoke it, though. Just volleying these Gibdos back and forth.
Just getting that cardio in, back and forth. Yeah, and there's the mitts. Tyler deciding not to deal with the boss, and it's just going to wrangle with that mess later when he's a little better equipped. Just going to take the hook shot up to the mountain.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's potential to be a really long and obnoxious fight.
Yeah, if they get the mitts in the mirror at some point, or the flute in the mirror, can easily just bounce back over to that area through Meyer. So Can be a time save in the long run. We'll be able to just do Dark Death Mountain while they're up here as well, already having the pearls, so that will be a nice little time save as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. Tyler's just one from Dark World access, while Sean does still need to go to that front of escape. Alright, so Spiral Cave, nothing of importance. Sean's gonna go to Saha Eastern, which also makes sense. Does he have something else that he hasn't? Oh, has he not checked the guy under the bridge? Guess not. And what Sean's doing right now, coming out from guy under the bridge, swimming around to presumably walk up to the eastern area. I'm not actually sure if this is faster than the save and quit and walk. I have no idea.
It feels faster, but I don't know, because swimming, not optimal in this game. It's kind of a thing.
Alright, Tyler picks up his bow, also pulls off the bomb jump there.
And both our runners having smashed pretty much the entirety of the light world. Once I hit the dark world, we'll be in position just to make that big loop and then see what dungeons they want to start trying to clear.
Yeah, Tyler's probably going to give us our first map check to see what dungeons we're going to need in the dark world. At this point, yeah, Sean's basically going to last locate the pearl. But again, it's still a very reasonable play. He's played to density. He's gotten progression. They're just going to try to have fun with the Gibdos. It's a different style of fight than we saw from Sean. Tyler's trying to get some double spins. Well done.
Yeah, Tyler trying to use some more of those matrix moves, just dodging around the spike and baiting it the entire time.
It was really artfully done. Tyler picks up his mitts. And obviously, Hookshot has more utility than just a stun weapon, but having a stun weapon early in Enemizer is always great too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If Tyler up here on the mountain in Hookshot Cave or something pulls a fire source like a fire rod, or even just a bombos, can really help out when they're going into the lower dark world in some of these boss options, because our runners, with the exception of Trinex and Cold Stare, can pretty much handle anything else that comes at them, I believe.
Yeah, I think those are the only two that are currently blocked off. Now, obviously, some fights would be less than ideal, but they're still doable. And these two players do have a lot of experience with Enemizer. Sean also making his way. So green pendant, swamp pendants in Thieves Town and Pod.
Oh yeah, pendant pod. So good.
Looked like another 5/6 in ice to go along with Hera. So Sean learns about Trinex. He's out. He's, I think, only got front of escape left.
Yeah, and Tyler's thought process to leave behind the boss at Desert, now that we know that Meyer is a crystal, that flute will be required. We'll have a much faster way back to that boss later on, so it's going to pay off deciding to skip that.
Yeah, that's a good point. One plus here for Sean is he is going to be able to skip Zelda's cell, having already gone to Dark Cross. As long as he remembers that the map is still outstanding, that is. And it's Quake for TR entry. Oh.
I feel like that hammer is pretty big.
Yeah, that hammer and hookshot cave is possibly a problem. Also, that guy is hovering in midair.
That mirror pretty good too.
Yeah, sure is. So Tyler's going to be able to head over to Hera as long as nothing goes sideways on the way there.
Yeah, go to Hera and check the Seed tablet. Arya, I'm not gonna lie. With 2 hearts, I would have went through Hookshot Cave and gotten that heart on the floating island. I have no shame in saying that. I accept who I am as a person. 100%, I would have went and got that heart.
That's fair. I'm not. I don't silently judge.
Oh, Tyler. Oh, Tyler. He mirrored to dodge that Wizard and just left the key there. Like, I'll come back for you, apparently. There you go. Yeah, Sean is going to go down to Zelda's cell here. Oh, there they remember. Okay, good. There's a very large amount of Pokies. A little bit of some despawn issues with those hearts under the pot. Looks like it's just a moth hanging up at the top of Hera, so not too bad. And yeah, Mothula takes them out of their native boss room, and not too bad to handle. All right, Tyler pulls down their first crystal. Finishes off the Tower of Hera. We'll see where they want to go down below.
Yeah, Sean has opted to go to Dark World here, so that's a little bit less than ideal. He's going to be a bit until he gets that hammer and mirror combo.
Yeah, that's going to feel rough when they do get back up there. I don't blame him in this instance. You know, I've already been to the mountain. I don't want to have to go back up there again for potentially X. But yeah, that's going to be rough because I mean Tyler at this point can go to swamp if they want to.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
it's a pendant, but I mean, they pendant pod sitting right there. Oh, that bombos is nice.
yeah, Bombo's in Vanilla Big Key Chest of Y'all.
I think.
Sean is leaving?
Well, no fire rod. No sense going any further.
No, I know, but I might grab the small key.
Oh, that's well. You can always drop down. I mean, if this isn't a key right here, then you know you can drop down on the left drop, and you're gonna find a key eventually.
That's true. I'll see. Sean has made the correct call. Tyler now has way more money than he needs.
Yeah, we'll see if they ever want to go to Zora, but I'm sure that's pretty far down their mind now.
Tyler here in Two Thieves.
Lionel Town, let's go.
got some mimics hanging out. That one didn't want to die.
All the cool kids hang out in Themestown. I would guess for Tyler here, if they go into the boss room and it's something they can kill, they'll just finish it off and leave. Even if it is a pendant, it's a quick dungeon clear if you don't want to do the back.
Yeah, I agree. I can't imagine that he's going to head to the back. In any case, he's already found 2 items anyway. But yeah, you might as well give it a peek.
Yeah, that's 3 items even. Wow.
Yeah.
It was really nice of that chain chomp just to dip out of the way.
Yeah, they're not always that well behaved.
Right?
He must know that they have red mail and that it really wouldn't have hurt.
This one random lone dagger guard just... I'm helping.
No, Tyler's got a bow, so yeah. Let's beat this Arma tonight. Get the map. Nope.
Oh no, wow.
Just catch the items.
Wow, easiest Themestown ever. Clutch the 4 items and dust off your boots and walk away.
Yeah, no hard decisions to be made about this one. Gil does make a good point in chat. It does seem like the big chest of Thievestown was not necessary, which is interesting.
Sorry, I got distracted when you said Gil had a good point.
Oh. Sean is leaving, which is also reasonable.
Yeah, mine is an obscure pet scene. We know that this isn't going to hurt them.
All right. Tyler getting the other boomerang. I don't know if he has a clever nickname for that one.
Tylersalt deciding not to dive into Skull Woods here. Not going to grab that Bombos.
Yeah, I wonder if the calculus is there that, you know, it's a crystal you're hoping to one-shot that area. You have this big loop southward, hype cave, and then plenty of options off of that.
Yeah, there's tons of things they can do. So I'm not criticizing it, and it honestly, it sound in my mind. But it's just an interesting thing if they happen to go into Swamp Palace for any reason, you know, in the boss's cold stare. If they happen to go into, you know, fill in the blank in the boss's cold stare, and they can't do anything with it, or, you know, they want to go into Ice Palace and Fire happens to be locked there, they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I think that's the I think that's the biggest one right now. Because ice is, I mean, let's. The Atomizer part of ice is always the interesting thing, but otherwise it's a pretty solid dungeon to deal with right now. But you got to be able to get in. That's it's one of those important first steps that they rarely tell you about. Insider knowledge right there.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Those rollers did not do a good job of protecting those pegs.
Yeah, they were just like mowing the lawn there for a bit.
I mean, that's really well. That's a pretty well guarded $20 though. Seems like you might want to put something of a bit more value, but Sean is only able to do the smith right now.
Yeah, Tyler got to be able to make this nice wide loop, get 45, can do magic bat, the entire smith chain. It's going to be a nice clean path here.
Yeah, there's enough stuff along the way that I think it informs your next play, or at least you hope it's going to inform your next play. A pretty solid amount. Though the smith chain has not yielded anything thus far.
Do you include magic bat as part of the smith chain?
I think it's at the very least a friend of the smith chain, yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree.
He's there. He's, he's included in most of their activities.
Nice rod.
Yeah, Hype Cave Ice Rod, we already know that is definitely going to be required.
Yeah, and very much just on the path, so no worries about finding that now.
What activities do the Smiths invite the bat to? Really just seems like it's block parties, right? They didn't. I mean, one of those Smiths is always home. Maybe they both go and check in on Sick Kid? I would absolutely attend Hyrule baseball games. Let's keep the other Smith.
So it's like the two Smiths, Magic Bat, Sick Kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a really sick euchre game. Bridge night.
Yeah, they don't let the snitches play anymore, though.
Yeah, because they snitching.
Yeah.
That table talk gets you in trouble. Yeah.
While the other's out, yes, Gil. I think I understand what you're insinuating here.
All I know is the Smith chain is garbage.
Yeah. Full heart from Catfish. Did Tyler bypass ledgers?
They did 45, but doesn't want to check Bombos, apparently.
I'm sorry, SeanRhapsody. My bad.
Oh, I apologize.
I'm looking at the wrong screen. Smile.
I got you, Amanda. I guess the thing for Sean is, without a hammer and without a mirror, they're going to get locked out of being able to complete much before too long. Hopefully or maybe not hopefully, depending on their route, they can dodge pod for a while. But it's a pendant, if you can't complete it, who cares? So maybe they get sucked into there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what he's got right now. Also, thank you, Zelga, for the raid. Welcome in. About 43 minutes into this Atomizer race between Tylersalt and SeanRhapsody.
Yeah, it looks like this is Sean going back for Dark Death Mountain. We know this is what they need to do before they get too much deeper into this. Sword hanging out on the pyramid.
Yeah, this looks like a very good ledger seed.
I now sheepishly understand what you meant when you said ledgers before. Because I was like, what? I'll be over here if you need anything.
Yeah, it's sweeping the nation. So we're going to get a graveyard ledge check from Tyler. He is pretty much being thorough with the entire overworld.
Yeah, having the items available to them after the mountain, just deciding I'm going to knock out the entire overworld and then start choosing dungeons that I can clear. So it's going to work out. Sean getting their info about the TR entrance.
Yeah, but the thing for Tyler right now is the dungeons that he can beat are the other pendants. So he's probably way less enthused about that. Or that he can prospectively beat. Mr. Angry Pants asks a question that I don't believe I can answer on SpeedGaming.
Oh my.
Where's Tyler's TOS emote when you need it? Right? Hammer
So, Arya,
and mirror. Yes.
I propose to you what
Okay.
option. Let's take Tylersalt and their loadout for a moment. You go into swamp or you go into pod? You can beat them both, unknowing what the boss is.
Yeah, oh boy.
They're
I think I
both
go to
illogical.
swamp. I think I go to swamp because you get the green pendant attached to it.
Yep, that would be my answer, because you could always turn that in on the way. And I can get to swamp faster than I can get to pod from Link's house. So I'm just going to head over here and check out the Bombo's tablet. Then I guess maybe going to swamp would make sense, as Sean finishes up over here in the tower.
Yeah, I think that play definitely makes sense here. Right now, Tyler's surely hoping to spike a fire source to get into Ice Palace. We know where one is, though.
Yeah, and if after Tower of Hera, Sean wants to go into ice, having the Bombos, and starts finding the progression line there, it can avoid going into some of these pendant dungeons. It would definitely potentially swing this race right back the other way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mr. Chu asks, where's Bombos? It's the Vanilla Bay Key Chest of Skullwoods.
All right, great mouth fight from Sean, and that's crystal number 2.
No, Tyler bypassed Skullwoods. He was the first, I mean, as we can see, because Sean just went up to the mountain, but he was the first to the hammer in the mirror by a long shot, and used that Village of Outcast portal and went south. That was a pretty annoying entry room at the start of Swamp Palace here. And as you called, Sean's gonna head to Ice, which is the one potentially beatable crystal on the board right now. It's another annoying kill room.
It's kind of been the theme of a lot of this Enemizer. It's not bad, but
It's just
too.
Yeah. Speaking of, Sean's just gonna pull out the bombo, say, I don't have time for this nonsense. Except you still have to kill the dead rock.
Tylersalt pulling a very interesting flute out of
Ooh.
Swamp there.
That is a nice flute.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, and Tylersalt finding that required item made me thinking, okay, I'm just gonna rush this to the end for the green pendant and then head out because I need to finish Desert and I can go into Mire now potentially, or at least understand what the medallion is.
That was a quality switch room in Ice. Oh. Sean's not even gonna bother trying to go back through it to get to Icebreaker room. Oh, good bumper.
Vanilla boss number 2.
Yep. So we do know good news for Tyler is that the swamp dive is 100% necessary.
Really good job with those hook spins to get through Argus. It's about as fast as possible.
Ooh, nice, nice ice rod kill at the end too. Oh, for another sword.
Sword and Swamp, what?
Something about memes. I think I've heard about that. So, Tyler's gonna activate the flute, presumably go to the mire area.
Not much value in Ice Palace for Sean here.
No, not really. I'm trying to think what's left that we haven't seen, and I think it's the mire area checks, pod and green pendant turn in.
Well, when Sean finishes Ice Palace, they can do the pyramid as well.
Oh,
Nice fire rod, dude.
yeah. All right. So Tyler's gonna need that bombos. And he's gonna need it to get into mire too.
So are we just looking for Quake then? Never mind. So
We were. We might need boots.
that's fair.
Bombos' vanilla big key chest of Skullwood stock. And Fire Rod is in ice, so Tyler's gonna need that. I mean, Tyler pretty much has that or Pod as
Yeah, pod green pendant
options.
now. So Sean having that fire rod, you know, we could see them knocking out Eastern, knocking out Skullwoods. It really depends on, do they start putting, how long do they put off Swamp Palace?
I mean, I don't know that they're going to wind up with a lot more choices. I think it's going to come down to the choice that Tyler had just a few moments ago of, all right, Sean's going to knock out the Crystal Dungeons. He just beat Ice. Yeah, go beat Eastern, go beat Skullwoods. But after that, what does he have?
Well, okay, so
He's-
you're coming over here to beat Eastern, and you know you're still looking for items. Are you just going to go into pod and mirror from pod, and then do pod? That's what I fear. Is they, you know, I've got this fire rod, but there's maybe one item in Eastern. I believe there's one on the boss. So do I just go in from the Dark World so I can do pod as well, and now they get sucked into clearing pod?
I think it's it's a reasonable play, and that's what Sean's gonna do because you've got one item here, you've got one item in Skull, and you have Pyramid Fairy available to you.
Yeah, completely agree. Like I agree with you that it's reasonable, and it's the play I would make in Sean's place. It's just unfortunate that this was a potential time save against Tyler, who's going to dive in here. And Tyler, after pod, it really doesn't have anything left. They're going to go to Skull.
Yeah, I think this is a natural progression here because he is knocking out that dungeon.
Like the alternative is Tyler's going to go to TR.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Sean, Quake will be their essential go mode, so they won't have to full clear it. But you know, argument about full clearing TR versus not, etc.
Oh, nice boots and pod.
Wow.
Well, Sean's not going to miss those, so. But yeah, that's between the two runners, that's snow mode. There's nothing we can get locked out of for the rest of the seed.
Tyler got hit with that bunny beam, just has to stare at the wall and wait.
Yeah, there was no enemy left on screen to bail out Ovi there. Bunny sprite Ovi.
I guess my point was earlier, it's just unfortunate with Sean, you know, making that call to go in and get that bombo sit leading to the fire rod. If the next step would have been Green Pendant Swamp, which I understand would have been a stretch considering what they have in front of them, it would have really led into a really sweet route that it almost feels like they've robbed themselves of.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of one of those, in hindsight, it feels worse.
Yeah,
in
100%.
the immediate hindsight, and then when you look at it, you're like, well, I made a reasonable play. Yeah, it just happened to be a crazy jet route that I missed out on. But
oh yeah, it's 100% reasonable and 100% a call that many would make. It just being in the booth and being able to see it, you're like, oh.
Yeah, Tyler's also picked up the mushroom, so that's more kind of annoying things that he could do. The mushroom is good?
think another interesting thing that we'll have to figure out is where's the fourth sword? Because if Sean goes into swamp and gets the flute, they may just leave at that point. So no tempered for them. And the other one's on the pyramid. So are they going to be digging for a sword by the end of the scene?
There's a decent chance, yeah. Tyler thinking about it, and looks like he is going to head to the boss here. I did not actually see what it was.
Oh, it'd be another Argus.
Oh, thank goodness. It's been a few minutes.
Vitreous is so last season.
Yeah. SeanRhapsody made very nice and quick work out of Trinex. Oh, he gets a stick for his trouble. Wow. If he's in trouble, I would consider playing it. Now, I will be interested to see if Sean will go to the boss, because as we see on Tyler's tracker, like, he's gotten all the items here. This is purely for a pendant and pedestal pull at this point.
Yep, that's a great shout. You know, Tyler's still looking for that fire source to be able to get through. Ice is thinking, I'm here, I kind of have to, because what if? Where Sean doesn't have to worry so much about that.
Alright, yet another Argus has died. Sean picked up his boots. I mean, this feels like junk the mushroom into the boots checks for Tyler. Or no, we're going into Dark World first, so this could actually work out great for Tyler.
Yeah, I'd probably grab what you can in Skull Woods and then head over the north route to get Mir into the boots checks.
And he's also possibly considering that pedestal grab too. But, well, he's about to get a Bombos medallion that certainly would have liked a little bit ago.
This is going to feel great, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems enthused. Yeah, I think this has got to be a mirror and just get the heck out of here.
Oh, 100%.
We're gonna do Pestle first. Did not expect that. I mean, I know he committed to that play.
Do it for this stream. Blind pull.
Well, I mean, if you come all the way, you have to just pull it.
Excellent choice. This is the way.
Is there anything funny that can be here?
Burna.
Oh. Yeah, I would have accepted that for sure.
Cape would have been like, okay, I mean, it's alright. We were not happy about it, but we're not sad. And yeah, you're exactly right. Sean, seeing that they have all the items, thinks, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, so this is pretty interesting now. Sean's gonna head south to Swamp.
No, mushroom first.
Oh, good call, good call.
Yeah, I got hopeful for a moment that they were just going to go right into Swamp. I'm like, this is going to get real fun.
Yeah, Sean still needs Quake, though, so I'm not entirely sure that he would bolt after Flute. I think it would be reasonable. Sean's gonna make these boots checks. Fun room. Love it. They're just brute forcing his way through those rollers.
Nice silvers and bonk rocks. It could be a real benefit for Sean if they don't get anything better than a Master Sword.
Yeah, Yeah, Tyler's not getting those. Okay, now this route from Sean makes sense. Still has the back of Skull to do. Still one item in Skull. Or not. Oh, his tracker says none, so maybe none.
I thought they had got them all.
Yeah, I must have missed the second one. Yes, Gamma notes, a pedestal check is fair. At this point, though, I think Sean absolutely does not want to see something on pedestal. Having left Pod with the boss unkilled, and then that would mean he'd still have to go back to Thieves. We know it's nothing, but... Wait, Gil, silvers are for cowards now? It's hard to keep track. There's that fire rod for Tyler, so that puts him into go mode.
Yeah, we'll be able to go into Meyer and TR just looking for big keys and have to finish up the back of Desert while they're over in that area.
Yeah, he also has to go back and clean up Eastern, too.
Yeah, that's a great point. We'll have the boots for that, so we'll be able to navigate that dungeon a little bit faster than Sean was able to.
Yep. Sean dealt with a pretty annoying blind in the back of Skull, though, so that is crystal number 5 for him. So he's going to have a lead of a couple crystals on Tyler after this very sickly looking Argus eventually dies. Pretty sure there are over-the-counter medications to deal with that.
Alright, so the clock is definitely ticking for Sean now.
What does Sean still have up here? He's got Thieves'
Purple
Boss. Oh yeah, the rest of the Smith chain.
Which could really work out, because it's going to be this into K45 because of the mirror, and then potentially you're right in front of Swamp, so this might work out.
Yeah, I think his options are so limited right now that he's gonna have to do that. He has one thing left in Thieves and the Swamp stuff and Pyramid Fairy, I guess. The flute was fairly early in Swamp, right? Like second or third non-small key.
Yeah, it was
chest?
it was the chest south of the big chest.
Okay. Does the purple chest get invited to the Smith and the Bats activities? I would say so. I mean, you've got to bring like the
Yeah, because you
food
need a
stuff.
table to play euchre on.
Oh, that's a good point too.
You play it on the purple chest.
Yeah. Like you can bring the chips and whatever else, people enjoy at parties. I've heard. And yeah, that's a great point. You have a table for your card games, or if it's exclusively euchre, the euchre games.
Tylersalt employing a little bit of the face tank strategy on Trinex, but gets him down.
Yeah.
Grabs the stick and off they go.
Oh, SeanRhapsody is going to do Pyramid Fairy, it looks like, before Swamp.
Yeah, has had both of those crystals for a little bit now, so might have been burning a hole in their pocket. If they grab this sword that's on the pyramid, this isn't a completely useless trip, unfortunately. Or fortunately, but yeah. Not where they really need to be.
No, I mean, I think Sean was starting to run into a little bit of a hole time-wise, because even if he bolted after Flute, he still has to activate it and get to the Mire area.
Yeah, it definitely needed to be one of those. Right after Purple Chest, they needed to go into Swamp to grab the Flute, and the time it took them to activate it would be the time that Tyler is doing Desert back.
Yeah.
And then we really just gauge, timing who gets into TR, and then when the next person gets into TR, where they are.
Sean doing the double take, being like, hey, second sword would be pretty good.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. That clock ticking on Sean is starting to really... That sand in the hourglass is starting to wear out at this point. Never mind. Sean's the winner, baby. Yeah.
It's a big day for SeanRhapsody and Talon.
That's right.
Half magic has been acquired.
In my heart of hearts, I need you to know that Sean has done the thing that I want to do more than anything else.
Oh, Sean still has a few stray things, at least Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, really just trying to dodge another pendant dungeon, and I don't blame them. Pod not really offering up anything good feels like such a time loss. Thinking, okay, I could have had this hammer and mirror off the mountain really, really early. I have to try to lean into that.
Yeah, this is definitely a little bit of a feels bad, because Sean's had a few last locations. Last located the Pearl in the front of Escape, which again, very reasonable. I don't think his mountain stuff was full on last location, but it was later than Tyler.
Yeah, there definitely was a window there where getting that Bombos and Tyler not left the opportunity for a comeback in time. But it required them to do some things that, knowing they'd already done one pennant for basically no reason, just felt awful.
Tyler did get the Big Key of Meyer on the left side. I did not see which chest it was. It was not cutscene though. It was the north check. Thank you, Lana. Hey, try next number 2, here in Meyer. Does he do left side swamp before fluke grab? Well, I would say no, but I just watched him run in the door. So I really think the answer is going to be no.
I think the real question is do they leave?
Having
two of the 3 medallions, I would hope so.
Yeah, I would bolt. Doesn't have the big key. Oh boy, alright, yeah.
Is this a double down now? Like, I've left this to last. I have to hope it's on the left side, or still in this dungeon and my opponent left. Like, are you just bleeding into the play now?
It could be that situation, yeah. Try. Yeah, could also be just a reflexive, let's try to avoid another last location if possible, but... Trying to think what... So for I mean... For Sean, that flute opens... Bioshed opens checkerboard, 3 checks. You figure, though, that it probably gets you into Meyer at this rate.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, too. I have 2 of the 3. I have to hope it's there. But, I mean, I get the thinking here, or what I assume the thinking is, which is, you know, I've last located this. I have to hope there's something else here that my opponent left behind. That being, I guess at this point, Quake.
Yeah. I mean, talk in chat about how it's a reasonable play with Sean knowing that TR is Quake, and again, I think that's fair. Sean's health situation's a little precarious right now.
Yeah, no, that's a great shot actually too. I guess I was thinking more of the line of what the medallion is for Meyer, but I wasn't really thinking of TR there. So that makes sense. You don't want to have to come back here.
Yeah, because I mean, I think that's the entirety of the reason why he's continuing to dive it, but. Because, you know, sure, it's going to feel worse to go to the Meyer area and get shut out if it is Quake for Meyer too, but, you know, that's why it's rando. You're making calls. You're making the best call you can off of incomplete information.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's easy, to sit in the booth, and we've seen Tyler do this, so we know what is where, and etc. and so forth. But being in the seat, holding a controller, knowing that you're racing one other person, it's a much harder call. And Sean will get their third sword, which will be a benefit long term.
So, Tyler into the back of Drell here. Green pendant acquired for Sean, which I don't think is going to get turned in at this rate. Tyler into the blind fight. Sean did a really excellent job of using Samaria in this fight. It gets a lot better once you can get blind to the bottom like Tyler just did. Alright, that's crystal number 6 plus mirror shield for Tyler. So Sean activating his flute. Gonna see that, yep, could get in here. But he's going to find out after this that he doesn't need to do anything more other than find that big key to Meyer, because that is go mode for SeanRhapsody. Right now, Sean is chasing a Meyer Clear Plus, and that plus is whatever Tyler is able to knock out by the time that Meyer is beaten. Oh yeah, GFE making the point that they fixed the GT big key thing, so the big key can now be behind the ice boss again. How exciting. More Trinexes?
We've only had 2, so yeah, bring them on.
Yeah, multiple Trinexes in the seed in which you have a free as day ice rod. Right, big key is small key. Fire rod lock side of Turtle Rock here.
Pretty
Nothing
key
but
loaded
keys.
front, yeah.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to potentially just zip through this, skip some stuff.
Yeah, steal the pokey key, just skip the big chest and roll right through. Way to ruin it, Chain Chomps.
Wow.
What a casual.
And this TR layout didn't learn from the Thieves Town layout. Just set up ideally. Both players are now in go mode, Dane.
Yeah, that was the most generous Thieves Town like ever.
I mean, at least Enemizer Thieves Town usually makes you sweat a little bit about like, oh crap, I really don't want to go down there. And
I don't want to do the back.
Yeah, there's still 2 items. What do I do? This one's like, nah, just get 3 and beat the easy boss and take number 4. See you later. Oh, there wouldn't be a bumper at Torches 1 in GT. Not this game. This game is far too kind for that kind of shenanigans.
Yeah, don't even need to go to the bridge, wow.
Yeah, goodbye, Laser Bridge.
This scene's just done. Yeah, it's fine.
Sean is down to half a heart, but he does have a fairy, so... But I probably won't even need it. And
Never a doubt.
Yeah.
Wow. This is Argus 4, I think.
It sure is. All in the Dark World, too.
How many times do we have to do this, old man?
Forgus, yeah, that's what they call him. Alright, crystal number 7 on the board for Tyler. Sean is on the way to Turtle Rock.
Tyler, who has beaten all 10 lower dungeons.
Yep.
Sure feeling real confident.
I mean, could have beaten Aga for good measure.
I would have been okay with a friendly agreement to all dungeons. Why not?
You wouldn't have had to do too much more than what these players have
right?
done. And honestly, for Sean, it wouldn't have even been that much of a hardship to close out those couple of dungeons. Just go up to the Thieves boss room and finish off Argus number whatever in pod. Alright, Tyler's gonna start in Hope Room. Gets a small key and a shovel. That is great. Yeah, we'll get right on that game.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll just go ahead and trounce right back down there.
That's a fun trio of enemies in the torture room.
Crystal rollers over at Hammerpegs can take a cue from this one, just rolling right over the.
Yeah, seriously.
Like it's supposed to.
They put the faulty design in Village of Outcast area. They brought the big stuff to
B
GT.
team, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tyler's gotten the fourth sword. No. See, Tyler went this way to get the OK boomerang and the chest that you have opinions about.
I was having a thought that the last time I called one of Tyler's races, it was in that chest, and I felt targeted. And I'm like, if it's 2 for 2, I swear I'm leaving the booth.
Tyler still on the move here, left side. Do you think he goes to Bob's chest in the boss after this? If it's not here? Well, the mirror says the answer is probably no, but
The mirror tells me otherwise.
yeah. The answer is a definite maybe.
The best I can tell you is maybe. I wonder if this is this is just the route I like, or is it a lingering something big key can't be there like it used to be in groups?
Well, I guess that the answer will probably be divulged if it's not here in Compass as to whether Tyler goes mirrors out and does tile room. I mean, it's an update about Enemizer's modes, you know. I figure Tyler might know about it. Nope, he's a going. We don't have either of the safety items.
Sean does.
Where did he wind up getting that cape?
The big chest of TR.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, this GT has spared no expense with their rollers and chain jumps.
Yeah, they put the whiz ropes in pretty ineffective spots right there, though. The Poke. I don't know if the Pokies do the same motion as the as the anti-fairies. Waiting for it to bounce out, and it's like, nah, oh, good.
Oh, baby. Gold
Well,
sword.
we got gold sword.
This is not, yeah, okay, this is not as brutal as it could.
Yeah, but it's still not fun. Tyler does still have a potion.
Yeah, they're still holding on to a blue.
And they're probably going to need it. Oh, did he get both the hits there? Oh, he did. Well done. Well, potentially warm welcome back to the big key behind the ice boss. Tyler's going to need to use that potion. Yeah.
Yeah, gold sword doing work. Meanwhile, Sean picking up their last crystal, gonna head over into GT.
Alright. It's still tile room.
Gross. Well, if ever a tile room gamble could really pay off, it is right now.
Yeah, for sure. Or if, you know, Sean hasn't read the update about the ice boss. Tyler almost got booped into the Wallmaster there. And that almost happened again. Alright, so Sean is doing Hope to Compass. That is a very uncooperative crab.
I understand. I mean, I recognize that Tyler still would have had a lead had Sean rushed the Tyler room, but it would have been a very interesting climb and finish, considering Sean also has silvers.
Sean has a lot of stuff in reserve too. He's got silvers, he has half magic, he has multiple potions.
Yeah, it would have been a very interesting finish, I think. Still, this is Indomizer. Weird things can happen. Wallmasters hanging out right before Aga 2 are a thing.
Yeah, the gauntlet thus far has kind of been that theme that we mentioned earlier, and it's like, it's not incredibly hard, it's just kind of annoying.
Yeah, viable strategy in Indomizer on the climb is just bombos every room. And these enemies are like, yeah, go ahead. Please. Watch what happens.
We even got a dead rock up here, because why not?
Alright, come on, something not Argus.
Sean has frozen the guard in front of the chest. Animizer, folks. Yeah, first Helma we've seen today. Tyler having to think about conserving his magic here. He was interested in fire rotting these pokies. That was a very fortunate dash through the chain jump.
Yeah, chain chomp and a pokey there. That could have been a real fun time.
Yeah. Dane was not able to will the bumper there into existence. Sean now into the Ice Trinex fight that we know is purely for entertainment reasons. Tyler does need to track down a small key here on the climb. And, well...
How about another?
Yeah. You just grab the one that's in the chest. It's easier than picking up the one that's next to your feet, I guess. Alright, so what's our last boss? It's this guy.
Sean taking a little bit too much damage from Ice Trinex. reminding us that that fight not free.
So Tyler takes out Moldorm. Well, I mean, it's usually Moldorm 2, but that was the only Moldorm we saw, so Moldorm 1.
Pretty easy pre-aggro room there. No bumpers or statues in the way to stop the dash for Tyler.
Yeah, that statue just conveniently rolled itself off the conveyor. It's like, oh, okay, you need to get through? My bad.
I can't even be bothered with this right now. Have fun.
Yeah, I'm new here. I didn't know, I don't know the protocols. I haven't been in Enemizer for very long.
That's true. Yeah, but like you were saying, a lot of the enemies on that climb were annoying, not hard. Then there's that statue. Am I helping? You're doing great,
doing
buddy.
his best. He's doing his best. Alright, so Tyler about to drop into the Ganon fight. Doesn't have anything in reserve, but Gold Sword's gonna make quick work of these first two phases. Yeah. Give us a question. Samaria strats? Mr. Chu, do you have an answer for that? There's still time for Samaria strats, Mr. Chu. Sean, meanwhile, has his GT Big Key and is set to make the climb. Did you find the silvers and Bongrocks? Oops. Mr. Chu, you've promised to eat your hat before and have not fulfilled that promise. If Tyler pulls out Samaria here, I would like to see the hat actually be consumed. This fight's going pretty solidly for Tyler.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah, so get your GGs in chat for Tylersalt, who's going to take game 1 of this best of 3 series over SeanRhapsody with an official race time.gg time of 1:42.29. And immediately after that, Sean threw in the forfeit. So we will try to get both of them in here in a moment. Hopefully this works. It did not earlier today. But
Yeah, overall, the finish time in the DNF really don't tell the story of how many different ways this race could have really gone for both runners.
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, even if Sean just bails at flute there at the end, it's going to be pretty close. Tyler still probably has an edge, but it's going to be a ball game.
Yeah, we're definitely timing TR entrances at that point, and it's close.
The two players are chatting in the race room right now. Let's see what we can do. It does look like we are joined by the winner of today's race, Tylersalt. GG's, Tyler.
Hello, GG's.
I am trying to track down to manually send an invite to Sean too.
I might be able to do that through the back end.
I got it to it. I just sent it to him.
Well, yeah. Hey there. GG's, Sean.
GG's.
Oh man.
Kind of.
I mean, we were talking about this a little bit in the race room, but I was so late to Bombos, and I'm like, if Sean just goes into Skull Woods, right, and gets Bombos, then all you have to do then is go to Ice Palace and Swamp, I guess, and like the rest of the seed is free, right? And I was like, oh no, I missed this really critical thing, because Fire Rod ended up being my go mode, and I pulled Ped, you know, like I almost I left one item in Swamp, but I full cleared Swamp, I full cleared Pod, you know, I did everything, basically everything on the overworld, you know, so I was very, very much sweating that end game. So.
Well, heck, that just shows you how much better than you are, because I did not clear everything, and you still smoked me.
Oh man, I don't know, like, but where were you when I finished?
I'm in the climb.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I mean, like that, I don't think it's fair to say that I smoked you, but I think, you know, that's a couple minutes either way. But yeah,
I started the last location train early, so even with you being late to Bombos, I think the things I was late to was a little more critical. So
what were you late to?
Well, I last located Pearl because I didn't do the castle.
Okay.
So I didn't have it when I made my first mountain trip. So I was disincentivized from going back up the mountain.
Okay, so you were.
So I was also late to Hammer and Mirror.
Okay. Oh, Hammer and Mirror, rather. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, okay, I can see that.
So that's the only reason I had Bombos early, is because I didn't have Hammer and Mirror yet.
Because you didn't have Hammer and Mirror yet. Okay, and which then didn't let you go to Ice Palace. Okay, yeah, yeah. It's like and I had my last piece of Dark World Access was the Mitts, and so because I did CAC, and then I did Mini Moldrum Cave into Ice Rod Cave, and then I did Hyrule Castle. I was like, we've got a sword, I've got powder, like, this is worth a shot. I've got a lamp, you know, I'd done the back, and so yeah, so I had that Merle. Yeah, okay. I can see that.
See, I went the opposite direction. I did Mini Moldrum Cave into Desert and just beat it.
Yeah, I thought about doing that. But I was like, I want to hedge on this a little bit in case I need the boots for it. So
then I already have my hook shot, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go up the mountain.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I probably would have done the same thing in your shoes. Yeah. So, did you dip? Did you go to Eastern in the Light World before? No, I guess you probably didn't, huh? No, I did. Your last location, the Pearl. So okay, yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah, I had dipped it. Yeah, and then so after getting Bombos and doing that Dark World loop with the Smith later. No, I guess that would have been before that. No, it would have been after, because I would have had the hammer for ice. Like, I ended up going to ice, and from there, I went Eastern Pod instead of Swamp.
Yeah, okay.
So if I had gone Swamp first, probably an entirely different story. But
yeah, I definitely I went to Swamp before Pod, just for the only reason being the Swamp is the green pendant, and so I was like, all right, well, yeah, so it makes sense to do that, and it, like, the game like gave us the mirror and the flute, the hammer and the hook shot, like, all kind of pretty early. So I was like, oh well, you know, but yeah, if those if those pendants had been switched, I probably would have done the same thing. But
Yeah, it was more
Well-
just wanting to get that crystal off the board. So
yeah, that's legit. That's legit. Yeah.
since I
So-
knew it was Trinex,
Right. Yeah.
and I just
Having-
got my fire rod.
Right. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I thought maybe the boots were gonna be an out for me. Because I was like, you didn't need to go to pod at all. There was nothing there.
Mhm.
Other like we didn't need the boots, but yeah, I don't know. I take nothing and nobody lightly. I said this in the race in the race room. I was big time sweating that one out. I feel very fortunate to have gutted that one out. So, but yeah, I don't know. Taylor and Nario, we just kind of took over. I don't know if you guys had any questions, or what. Hello, hi.
DFE has a question for you.
Yes,
He would like to know if the two of you are happy that the GT Big Key glitch was fixed, allowing you to fight.
I did.
Allowing us to go face Ice Trinex.
I did find it a little ironic that the first seed I played after the switch had an Ice Trinex, and then the Big Key was just in frickin' Tile Room anyway. It felt like, it's like, this is the full experience back, So yes, I am grateful.
Yeah, it was it was definitely entertaining. Yeah, I don't have any questions. Talon, do you? I mean, Tyler and Sean really covered that seed well.
Yeah, y'all smashed it. You guys just kept going. Like, do it. You were there. I would encourage you to go back and watch this one. There was several times that, and you both kind of discussed, getting this item, leaving the other one, etc. and so forth. That there was definitely worlds where this comes back together at TR and is a very frantic dash to the end. So,
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that's what I felt like it was going to be. I was like, either when I got Bombos, it's like, all right, I've got my eye on the race room. Either Sean is going to finish at any second, or this is going to come down to the wire, and there is no in between here. Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me. That like one little twist or turn, and it's very different. So.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, on my end, just I definitely felt behind the entire time after the whole Moon Pearl Hammer Mirror incident.
Yeah, that feels.
And then once the flute turned up in Swamp, that I just got a pit in my stomach. Like, yeah, this is probably done.
The classic race where both runners feel terrible and super behind.
the rando experience, really.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Sean, I do want to ask though, when you were in Swamp and you go to that bottom chest and you get that flute, was there ever an inkling of you of just leaving? Like, okay, this is enough. This leads, this might lead me to the Quake. I don't need to do the rest of this.
Yeah, I mean, it did cross my mind, but at the same time, like, Swamp is Swamp, and it's such a pain to have to go back in. And if I was a little bit further in, maybe I'd back out right away, but no, I still had plenty of chests open, and Quake could have been in any single one of those.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, the last thing I wanted was to leave and then go do Mire area and then not be there and be like, oh great.
Where I don't even remember where Quake was. Where was Quake?
Mire Shed.
Mire Shed. Okay, yeah. If I thought about leaving after the flute, for a hot second, and if it had been Bombos, I may have. If it had been I guess if it had been the fire rod, I almost certainly would have. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say you maybe had a little more incentive to keep digging because you were missing that fire source at that point.
Yeah.
But
and like Ped was just available, right? Like unless there's it's just like unless there at that point, did we get a compass in Swamp? No, I guess I didn't. So I was like, there's a pretty good shot, unless there's a Trinex in Swamp or Pod, that Ped is just in Logic. right? And so I was like, all right, I've got an incentive to finish this out. And the same thing, I went to the boss of Pod too for the same reason. So, but yeah, it's still looking for Bombos or Fire Rod. I definitely had more of an incentive to keep going for sure.
Yeah, Sean, I feel like your choice to just stand there and gut it the rest of the way out, potentially needing that medallion just being there, is 100% acceptable and makes a lot of sense. So I didn't know, maybe if in your head you're like,
it absolutely crossed my mind. I mean that's the thing I was looking for, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Do I stick this out? Do I keep going?
A dungeon can't have two pieces of progression, can
No,
it?
never. Never happened in the history of random.
Never happened before, yeah. Sick Thieves Town, by the way. That was great. The ideal Animizer.
Yeah, awesome.
3 items in the front with the last item on the boss.
Oh,
Check.
was it?
Let's go.
Yeah, I didn't actually beat Thieves Town. I bailed after the front.
No, I'm always gonna check the boss. But I think it is legit to not certainly when it's a pendant, to not be the boss when you get 3 items in the front. But I'm always gonna give it a shot. It's so quick.
Yeah, Ari and I both were hyping up the Thieves Town pretty. We're like, all right, that's what we're talking about. Nice.
This is the ideal Thieves Town for Animizer for sure.
I loved the 20 rupee special in blind set at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that was vanilla, right? I think those.
Is that actually vanilla?
I think all 4 of those chests are big 20s in vanilla. Yeah, with a piece of heart in the back.
Replaced by a big 20, of course. In this one.
Yeah,
that's
even better.
Set.
Talon, shoutouts to the GT map chest for having the OK Boomerang. I thought about you when I opened that chest.
All I could think was the last time I come to Tyler race, that's where the big key was.
That's where the big key was.
He does it to me twice in a row. I'm out. I'll leave the booth right now.
I was thinking, oh man, I only have the blue boomerang, so I can't do my favorite strat in coming back to hit the switch. And then I got the red boomerang. I was like, sick, let's go. This is awesome.
I will say, Sean, be blessed for that half magic. I was very appreciative of you grabbing.
Oh, where was half magic?
Pyramid Fairy.
Pyramid Fairy.
Pyramid Fairy. Oh, okay, yeah.
Which you would have had no reason to go do.
No, I had no reason to go there because I Fire Rod and Ice was my go. So
yeah, that was unfortunate. That was the other thing I did before Swamp because, why not? I guess.
I think and you were just looking for Quake. I think that's extremely defensive. No, I guess you still needed the flute. Too.
Yeah.
I still think that's pretty defensible, right? There's a lot going on in Swamp. I think that's
and
defensible.
I wanted to use it as an avenue to clean up my Orphan's Graveyard Ledge because I also didn't want that to be the reason I didn't. No, I didn't want to leave something there either.
Shoutouts to the helpful but not required Master Sword on Pyramid Ledge. Counter goes up.
We were talking about those different pathings and how it could have. There was a world where Sean grabs that flute and leaves and never does Pyramid Fairy, and they're in GT with the fighter sword. I'm like, I really hope
gosh, yeah.
Because you don't go to the pyramid, you go to Swamp instead, get the flute, decide I'm out, go to Meyer, hit your Quake.
Don't beat Argus and get that.
Never
sword.
Get those 2 swords.
Yeah.
Right.
And luckily, there was one in GT, but that would have been quite a different story too.
Oh yeah, because then you're probably staring down Ice Trinex. Although I suppose if I'm on Master Sword and I die to Ice Trinex, I'm doing Tile Room before going back
Tile Room
there.
First before going back. Yeah, more than
100%.
definitely.
100%.
Hell, I felt so behind. I thought about going to Tile Room
doing the
just
meme
first, just gambling it. Yeah.
Again, that was one of those other paths that could have happened. Sean rushes Tyler Room. You guys are racing up the gauntlet.
Yeah, we're just right there head to head. Yeah. Oh man, Animizer, good. How about that pre-icebreaker room?
No kidding.
I felt pretty, and I never found an invincibility item. I don't know if you found Cape or Burna, Sean.
Cape is in TR Big Chest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I skipped it. That would have been nice for sure. I would have felt good having that cape.
So could you actually icebreak? Did you actually icebreaker that?
Yeah, I did.
Because the last time I had rollers next to it, I couldn't do it, so I didn't even try.
Yeah, the roller the roller did roll on like one tile into the other screen, but it stopped there, and so it wasn't like once you were through the door, it wasn't actually a problem. But
Yeah, I didn't even
I
try.
definitely thought about bomb jumping there for sure. I was like,
So that right there is a little more time too. If
yeah,
you
that's a
look
little
at
bit
it.
more time. Yeah, that room was really scary. And so, yeah, I think, yeah, I damn near turned around and or just like went to go hit the switch and then bomb jumped. So, but I decided to. I'm nothing if not cocky. So I figured I'd give it a shot, and it paid out. So.
Well, there's a big difference between us because I'm definitely not that.
Okay.
Just ask anyone to tell you.
So, game 1 in the books.
Game 1 in the
Game
books.
Game 2.
Sunday
Sunday.
afternoon.
Yep, Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and Sean is making me play cross keys. So,
Gotta give myself a chance somehow.
which is probably a smart idea. So, but yeah, no, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Cross keys, anything can happen in cross keys. So.
Yeah,
that should be
thanks for the
a good one.
commentary, guys, and thanks for the trackers and all that fun stuff.
Yes, thanks, Restream.
Yeah, you guys had the tracking on lock. Helped us out a lot.
Sort of. Also, by the way, there is just as a PSA to anybody who hasn't encountered this yet. I think there is a bug in Muffin's Tracker right now.
I noticed that as well.
Yeah, where because I don't know if you use the always have small keys and big keys visible option.
I don't remember if I have that one tracked or not, but
Oh, I don't know, because it is definitely counting down items when you get small keys right now, and should not be. And like you might have seen me pause a couple, like open the pause menu a couple of times in dungeons. Like, wait a minute, this is definitely happening. I have no idea whether I have all of the items in here or not. So PSA, I'm gonna ping Muffins about it and let him know. But yeah, for anybody watching, any runners who are in tournament races or just doing pickup races over the next couple of days, be on the lookout for that. It might Muffins Tracker might be decrementing your item counts when it shouldn't be. So keep a watch out.
Yep, good info. But yeah, that's really well played match for both players. Talon, thank you so much for wanting to come tonight. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah, thanks for shouting it out in the Discord. It was my absolute pleasure.
Yeah, so that should wrap it up for us tonight. This evening, well, I guess night, there is still one more match on. If you enjoy watching people stick a camera up to a television and playing cross keys, SpeedGaming 2 on a structural bike is playing Zaf. Bike is down under and using a setup that exists. Tomorrow, right now, there are 7 games on the schedule. One is an if game between Jack and Willard J. Bradley, so it might be 6 games, but plenty of contests starting at 9 a.m. Eastern all the way through 8 p.m. And yeah, through the rest of the weekend, including, as these 2 players showed and talked about, 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday is game 2 of this best of 3 between Sean and Tyler. So yeah, thanks again to both of you. Thank you, Smilefires, for the setup, Talon for the CoCom chat for being here, and hope everyone has a great night.
good night, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.